Welcome back, Mojo Sports, episode 48 now. And we just saw the Masters play out. We had a sick UFC card. And Joe, I don't know if you heard, but the WNBA draft was tonight.
I did hear.
And the first overall pick, did you see it?
I don't know her name, but I saw some articles saying she might be the best ever.
Well, I don't know about that. But her name is Fudd, last name. It always makes me think of Elmer Fudd. But
yeah.
she was at UConn. She gets drafted by Dallas. She now pairs up with her old teammate, Paige Buchers, and they are dating. They're in a relationship. Yeah.
I missed those headlines.
Haven't seen that one in the NFL yet.
Yeah, no, that's either gonna go really good or really bad, right? What if they break up?
No, it has to go bad, right? I don't know how it goes well. They're gonna learn real fast.
Yeah, that's well, you can't think that the management didn't, ask some questions, how serious it was, those type of questions. So that had to come into play. You'd think that had to come into play.
We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
But electric WNBA news to start off the show. You thought we were going to start with the Masters, I bet. I bet you did. We can do Masters. Let's do Masters.
The second
So obviously, yeah. I mean, I had to jam that one in.
Yeah,
we didn't have a spot for it in the show. But Rory wins back-to-back Masters now. And Joe, are you happy about that? Sad about that?
I'm kind of happy. I mean, I'm happy that he went back to back. That's pretty sick. I'm not the number one Rory fan. I think he kind of, did the whole like good guy thing for the PGA where he was the hero and didn't go to live, the whole deal. And then he kind of complained a lot about staying, even though like he definitely could have left for more money. So I feel like he's done the opposite for me. Like Bryson kind of turned on, like YouTube kind of made him more likable. I feel like Rory's gotten more unlikable, even though he's won more often now. And that was kind of the big storyline last year. It felt like, oh, he deserves this and the whole thing. But I found myself rooting for Rose and Scheffler coming down the stretch there.
Had to root for Rose. I mean, the amount of top fives he has now, 5 top fives, I believe, and 4 of those were top 3. That's got to hurt. But whatever it is, he shows up for the Masters.
Yeah.
Every year. Like he's got that course nailed down.
Yeah, and I thought the big question that I had for you is, do you think all the discourse around him going up to practice, the whole PJ thing, dropping his daughter off, going up to practice, going home for dinner, like, is that an unfair advantage? He skipped tournaments for it. Other players can do it too. So everybody's talking about how it's, kind of a weird situation. I don't have super strong thoughts one way or another, but you think that's like okay? Like, should guys just skip a bunch of tournaments for the Masters?
Yeah, I think it's like the sacrifice because he can't win any of the tournaments that he's not in. So if you give that up because you want the Masters that bad. Now, guess what, Joe? If the 80th best golfer in the world did that, he's probably still not going to win the Masters. So it only works for certain guys. Rory's one of those guys.
That's very true.
But yeah, I'm not mad about that.
No.
Kind of a flex.
It is a flex.
Flying around the jet like that.
Yeah, it's definitely sick. I mean, I just think if you are willing to do it, like you said, to go actually practice, it can only mean so much because there's guys that have played that course 100 times in their career, and it's like they still don't win. Like it's a really fucking hard tournament no matter how many times you play the course. So I don't think it. Yeah, I just thought I saw everybody throwing that around as if that was like some excuse on why he won again, and I don't believe that.
Yeah, it did feel though at the end of that stretch, it felt like no matter where he was at, he knew exactly how to go about it. Like he was really comfortable for whatever was going to come his way. Tried to fuck it up on 18, to be honest.
Yeah.
Terrible drive. Even on 17, he saved himself. He putted off the fringe and like saved himself completely, but we were almost looking at a playoff with Scheffler.
I know. It was almost like a five guy playoff too for a minute there. It was all 10 under. If Scheffler hits that putt on 17, obviously it puts him one back, and Rory has a lot more pressure going into the last hole. I just wish we could have seen some playoffs because we were teasing it the whole time, and then we just didn't get it. It was a lackluster finish, in my opinion. It was setting up to be so perfect.
I'll take it though, because when Rory was up 6 strokes after Friday night, I was kind of worried that it was just going to be a blowout. So
I
I
know.
did like that he blew the lead and then had to get it back. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't play well the last 2 days either. I mean, it's he still won, but like Scotty played lights out. All the top 5 guys, up top 30 played really well. I think only 2 of them were, plus over par in the last couple rounds. So I felt like he easily could have pissed that away, and it felt like we were going to get vintage Rory choke job at the end there, but now I just don't know. The Masters, I hope Scotty can come back and go on the run that everybody thinks Rory's going to go on. I hope Scotty rips off like 6 of them.
Yeah, we know he can do it. There's not a doubt he can do it. And if he would have pulled it off too, it would have just been so iconic. It
Yeah,
felt like it was inevitable that he was going to come back. The two narratives, Scotty, he's always good, especially Saturday, Sunday. Like he picks it up there. And then Rory, known for choking. So I feel like if they do meet each other in the playoffs, Scotty just smokes him at that point with all the momentum.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll tell you who didn't practice enough. That's Ho Tong Lee. Did you
hot
see?
dog Lee.
Did you, dude? Did you Hot Dog Lee? Did you see his
Can't take
quintuple
credit for
bogey?
that one. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that stretch was incredible because they were focusing on Scotty, right? So I think it was 16, right? Maybe 15. And they just
Yeah.
have the camera on Scotty, and it's like, oh, he's been waiting for, 20 minutes to hit his shot because Lee's in the bushes, like trying to find his ball. He's been looking for his ball for like 30 minutes. He hits a good shot, like completely out of the shit and just completely out of frame. No reference of where he was on the course. You just hear cheers of the ball coming out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden he's waiting again because he put it in the water. It's like it was a perfect sequence. But dude, that putt, like he tapped it. It did not even
Yeah.
he did not hit it hard, and it just went directly all the way across the green. Like I cannot imagine playing on those greens. It has to be insane.
I think Rory's camp probably paid him. They said, hey,
Yeah.
throw off Scotty's
Just-
momentum right now, throw off his pace, make him wait around a little bit, get cold. Genius.
I
And
know.
Lee's having fun with it today. I don't know if you saw that he's been posting like memes about it on his Instagram. So he's, yeah, I like him. He gained the
I do
following.
too. I do too. Yeah.
Joe, my favorite question is when people ask, what do you think you would shoot at Augusta?
Mm. From the
And
same
what do you
tees.
think? Yeah, what do you think you would shoot?
Like we're playing the same that they played, like
Sure.
all the way back. Like not the members tees, like we're playing championship tees.
I'll let you play from the members tees.
Members tees, I think I could crack 115, but from the championship tees 120, 130, something like that.
Yeah, Joe, I disagree. I disagree. I
More.
think, I think, here's the thing. If I played Augusta at a normal course, a local course, I'm shooting triple digits. If I go to Augusta, I will be trending 130 or worse. I'm not finishing the round.
Yeah.
Augusta's just gonna,
Just give up.
it's just gonna beat me down. Like, it's gonna break me. Augusta will break me. I've been broken by less. If I'm trending 130, I usually shut it down. I usually become a vibes guy for the group. I'm not going to miss a ball. Any ball that gets hit, I'm watching it because I'm not doing shit. The only thing I'm
Yeah.
doing at that point, I'm counting how many beers do we have left, and I'm doing some math. I'm saying, can I get these finished in a reasonable time, or should I call an Uber? Right? I'm calculating that while just helping the group. I'll be on music. I can get you orange slices, right? I'm a human rangefinder, but I'm not finishing if I'm trending over 130. And that's going to
No.
happen at Augusta.
Yeah. No, I agree. I usually play in like mid 80s ish at like, local spots. So I think I could get under 150, but that's also on a good day. On a good day, because it's long. It seems impossible. Like it just everybody that talks about it. It just anybody that knows golf just immediately says no. There's no chance. And I feel like they don't do that for every course. It's not like they're talking shit about the waste management. You come out to Scottsdale and play TBC. Nobody says that about that course. So I feel like it really must be different. And you look at some of those bunkers and like the greens and stuff on TV, it looks like they're standing on top of a fucking mountain when they're on top of the green. Yeah, yeah. So I'm not a overestimated guy, but if I put myself at 150 and then I come in at 120, that's a hell of a fucking day. I'll be really happy about that. So I think I'm going to set myself high.
And you think you finished the round. Like if you were on pace for a 140, you're having a good time? You're like, oh yeah,
Dude,
this is
yeah.
great.
If I shot
No,
200 there, I don't give a fuck. I'm playing every hole.
Joe,
It's a once
I
in
can
a
tell
lifetime
I can tell
opportunity.
you've never golfed a 140. I can tell. I've been there and you're just like, can I just stop? This is not fun. Every ball I hit gets worse. It becomes a nightmare. And then you're holding up the group, the pace of play. You just start picking up your ball because you're like, the people behind us have been waiting. They've seen me hit 3 into the woods. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not fun.
Yeah. No, I mean I've been there, but I don't I've played some bad golf recently, but it's not 140 bad.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't touched that in a very, very long time.
Last summer.
Hey, at least on your picks, though, you did take Rory.
Yeah, you like that? I had 1 out of 5. I mean, it was just a flyer because it's like, oh, what if he does repeat it? Everybody kind of talked about it, but it wasn't. I don't think it was that big of a storyline coming into it. And then the
No,
entire weekend they made it about that, but I don't think a lot of people thought he'd do it.
I definitely didn't. I thought for sure, I like just it hasn't been done many times.
Yeah.
But some of us sharps, we waited till Friday night. We laid minus 250, cash it all day, no problem. Hey, a win's a win. I don't care if you got it
Yeah.
at plus 1200 or you got minus 250.
Yep.
Rory was a sharp bet now.
He jumped up to like Saturday. I think I caught him at one. I took him again at plus 125, 130, something like that. So the odds were pretty fun because it was jumping around a lot. So I had a really good time betting it because I had Rose, Scheffler, and Rory going into the like Sunday. I took it Saturday, I think, at some point. So the like Sunday was fucking awesome because I was like, I'm gonna make money no matter what. Obviously,
Yeah.
Rose and Scotty would have been a lot more, so I was really rooting for them. But yeah, it's a fun time when you bet golf well. Most of the time, I'm not even in contention. It's like I'll take some guy and he's in 30th. I'm on Hot Dog Lee or something, and it's like, okay, well, that was a waste of $20.
Yeah, I had a few of those this week.
Yeah. Bryson didn't even make cut. We both had him.
No.
That was sick.
Yeah. Hey, I put that one on the odds makers. They had him a third favorite to win it. What were they thinking?
Oh, he had it too. He was in, I think he was +3 and he triple bogeyed 18. He just bogeys that hole and he makes it. Like, yeah, same with Akshay, just pissed it away. He made a huge shot on 17 on Friday night, and it's like, oh, he made it. Like he's -3 or +3, I think he was at, and then just fucking double bogeys, whatever, 18 misses the cut. That has to be some of the most frustrating shit of all time. Rose coming at the end too, like just kind of choked a few shots that normally he wouldn't see. So I feel like that's just I can't imagine. They ended up making whatever $2 million for third place, so he can't be that mad. But at this point, it's probably not about money for him.
No. And him and Rory are teammates for
Yeah,
the Ryder Cup.
for the
So
live.
I wonder how he feels about it. Are they live teammates too?
No, no, they
I
stay.
was gonna
I
say
think
I didn't
they
think
were
that
like some
was
of the biggest PGA defenders of all time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know Rory for sure wasn't over there.
No, no. I think they did offer him like $1 billion. I would have taken it so fast.
Yeah, especially now because all the live guys are still golfing
They're
in these
back.
majors. So now you're just like, oh, I could have been $800 billion richer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's doing okay though. Private jet flights to Augusta on the weekdays. I think he's all right.
Yeah, he's got too many jackets, some would say. Also, this weekend we got a banger of a UFC card. UFC Miami. Did you watch it?
No, so I saw the highlights and I put it on here. That was like, oh, it looked like an insane card because the big highlight that was obviously going around that most people probably saw was the guy hopping on a single leg and then just came back and delivered a knockout. So I was actually pumped to hear your take on the whole card because it seemed like it was a banger.
Yeah, it was awesome. Top to bottom also. Like undercard delivered, everything. It was just perfect. Um, Yeah, main event was Yuri Prohashka, which is like a fan favorite. People love him because he thinks he's a real life samurai, like spirit of the warrior. He'll go out into the forest for like months. Dana White said when he offers him a fight, he says, I need to go think about it. And he'll go isolate himself in the forest for like 4 days. And then he'll come back with his answer. He has to like ask the spirits if this is like the right fight. So fully immersed. People love it. And he fights so like reckless and just like hands down, very awkward. Fan favorite though. This other guy, up and comer, Carlos Olberg, former male stripper, Australian dude,
No
good
way.
looking guy.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Like he was at
um,
Thunder Down Under and Dana's like, hey, you ever thought about
yeah.
getting in that octagon?
No, this guy looks like he can fight. And yeah, so this was a title fight. Alex Pereira moves up to heavyweight, so now the title's just vacant. So they were fighting for that. And yeah, Olberg tears his ACL. Apparently, Yuri was kind of like felt bad for him, is what Yuri's saying. Like, hey, I wanted to like make it a fight and like let him have a chance to win. Dumbest thing ever. The odds on Yuri live went from like 98% chance to win because once the odds makers realized that the dude had a torn ACL, the line just moves so hard. And yeah, he just ends up getting caught and gets slept. And it was insanity. Um, there was also probably the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. This guy named Josh Hokett. He is 9-0 now in the UFC, and he's an undersized heavyweight. He played running back for Fresno State, and he played in 2018. So I think if you were playing that year, did you play 2018? Was that after you?
2018-19 season, I would not have been playing. 2017-18, I would have. So
Mm,
we'll just say I played him.
yeah. Well, I was coaching against him.
There you go.
Apparently, he scored a touchdown against us. I looked it up. Uh, so he's like a fullback, kind of like Gruden grinder, do it all. But at the same time, he was at Fresno. He was also a two-time All-American wrestler. So he went there, two-sport athlete. He would cut weight right after football, and yeah, so he gets picked up by the Niners and then by the Cardinals. And once he gets cut for like the fifth time, eventually he's like, I'm just gonna go fight. And apparently he was a national champion as a 6-year-old in wrestling. So it's like it's deep rooted. Anyways, he's a fucking psycho. He comes to the UFC press conference, starts doing all these characters. Like he has alter egos. And like nobody likes any of them. Like
Is
they're
he
all
the?
terrible.
Was it the super awkward weigh-in? Like
Yeah,
he
with
was
the
like,
he
yeah,
wears a
okay, I
band
saw
he
that
wears
clip.
like a bandana.
Yep.
Yeah. I kind of respect that he's a heavyweight trying to like have fun on the mic and stuff because a lot of those heavyweights are just kind of like offensive linemen. They're very chill and just don't say much and all respect. So he's trying to spice it up. He treats it like it's the WWE. Like if you know who Mankind is, that's who it reminds me of. He's just like got different personalities. Um, but yeah, the fight was insane. He was fighting someone who was in the top 5 who's been in title fights, and this is like his second UFC fight. So it kind of threw him to the wolves. And he showed out and ended up getting a decision victory. But people are saying it's probably the greatest heavyweight fight of all time, and it'll go down as one of the best fights ever. And now he's
Yeah.
fighting Derek Lewis on the white card because Trump showed up. That's another thing we talk about. Trump showed up to the UFC event, and he asked Dana at the event. He's like, why isn't Derek Lewis on the White House card? I love Derek Lewis. So Trump loves Derek Lewis. Dana was like, as soon as this fight ended, he asked Josh Hoke, he's like, would you fight him on the White House? He's like, absolutely. So Dana just lined it up in real time.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, and you
President
took
just
him.
out there just picking fighters, just making matches.
You picked him not to show up, right?
Who?
Trump. Was that this card?
Yeah. Yeah, that was this card. And honestly, I felt better about the bet yesterday, the day before, than I did 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I was like, oh, it looks like we might be getting into some shit
Ran it
down there in Iran, right? So I was like, let's get ahead of this. Say he's not going to be there. Don't put it past Trump. He's not going to miss a UFC Miami for anything. He sent JD Vance to go negotiate for him so he could go to the event and watch fights. So, well played, Trump. I did lose my bet.
The guy's a doctor. You don't know that? He's a doctor.
He is a doctor, dude. We all are. We're all healers. Yeah, it was just insane. He didn't get as much pop as he used to. And in fact, the whole event did only, I think, 6.5 million for their gate, which is how they like do boxing, right? These events. And no Miami card has ever done under 10 million. Wow. So this one was way down. And apparently they're moving people from the rafters down to the lower bowl. So not sure what happened, but the card was just insane. Even the co-main event, the dude just kept getting kicked and he kept blocking it. And eventually it broke his arm. And he tried to throw a punch and he couldn't throw any more punches. And they were like, yeah, this one's over.
Maybe it's a Masters hangover, but he was hungover from the Masters, couldn't make it.
Yeah. He's from Russia. I'm not sure how big of a Masters fan he is. There's been a couple of these, but Bruce Buffer, he's got to be under some heat. You know Bruce, I'm sure.
I know Bruce. Yeah, why is he under heat? What's up? He's my favorite.
Well, this is like the third time since they've moved to Paramount this year. It's like the third time that he has fucked up the announcing of the decision. And people are getting rich off this on Polymarket.
I haven't seen
people
any
are
of
getting
this.
rich off it. So what happened like a couple weeks ago is he announced the wrong winner. And everybody in the crowd was like, that guy dominated. How did he lose? Like every round he won. And so he announces the wrong winner. The loser leaves the octagon, walks out. He's heading to the locker room. Polymarket stays up with these odds. So when the winner gets announced, it goes to 99.9% towards that guy. Somebody put down like $100 on the other guy after the announcement already. And then sure enough, Bruce Buffer comes back in the octagon. Is like, hey, I fucked up. Re-announces it. The dude that put $100 on it won like 67 grand.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so that's what dreams are made of. That's what dreams are made of right there.
Yeah, insane. So people are now trying to like snipe these on Polymarket, like live. They're trying to get ahead of these. Because this week he had one where he announced a winner, and then they went back, looked at the scorecard, said, hey, we added it up wrong. It's actually a draw. And so someone else, they made like 200 grand off this.
I feel like that's never like that happens. What, like once out of every 700 fights, and it's happened twice in the last couple weeks.
It's happened a few times this year. It seems a little sketchy. I'm gonna be honest. Right? It seems a little weird. Doesn't happen.
The boys are just cashing in.
Yeah. Last UFC story that I want to hit. I don't know why this isn't being covered more. Okay. Do you know Kevin Holland?
Oh, you talked about this last time, and I said I was going to follow him, and then I just never followed him on Twitter, and now I'm pissed.
What did I say about him?
This is the green line guy, no?
No. Kevin Holland's a fighter.
Okay. Never mind. Sorry, Kevin.
Okay. Although the green line guy, he did go off again this week. It's insane.
Bullshit.
It's crazy. Okay, so Kevin Holland is Electric Fighter, Big Mouth. That's like one of his nicknames because he talks so much shit while he's fighting. Sometimes he doesn't even talk shit. Like this last fight he had on Saturday, he was asking the dude if he wanted to like come to his house and swim and like hit the barbecue and like play basketball. He just fucks around. Which when you bet on him, you don't know if he's even gonna like try to win or if he's gonna just try to have fun. But he lost a couple fights ago to a guy named Daniel Rodriguez, D-Rod. And D-Rod, after the fight, a couple weeks later, goes to Mexico, gets pulled over at the border, gets caught with a little less than an ounce of weed, gets arrested, thinks he's going to be in there for the weekend, turns into 8 months. So, like, he just
In
goes,
Mexico? Weed in
yes.
Mexico.
Yeah, he said they don't fuck around. And so nobody can hear from this guy.
Not my
They're like,
experience in
where is
Cabo.
he? Just, yeah, right. He just dropped off the face of the earth. Like nobody knew where he was at for 8 months. Social media inactive. Anyways, they find out that he's in there. And he said, by the way, he said that it was actually really like nice because his cellmate basically ran the prison and he was in like the VIP section is what he said. So they were posting videos after he got out. They're posting videos of him like boxing with pads and like someone's holding pads for him in prison. Anyways, so he just got bailed out and it turns out Kevin Holland, the guy that he beat right before he went to Mexico, was the one that bailed him out. And he bailed him out specifically because he said, I want my rematch. I need to fight you again. I need to avenge my loss. So he bailed his ass out just to fuck him up.
That's pretty sick. That is,
It's an amazing story, right?
That's
It's not
pretty
like being
insane.
covered.
No. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe he bailed him out knowing that if he bailed him out, that would be the lineup. And he's like, hey, Dan, I'm going to bail him out, set this fight up. And then it happened.
That's the thing. Kevin Holland had a fight this week. So he's like, let me fight this guy first. And then I'm going to take you out. And then after I beat you, he said, I want to beat the other guy that beat me. He's like, that's all I want to do. He's like, if you offer me a title fight, I don't even want it right now. I want to just go get revenge on these guys.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's savage.
Yeah, I got to roll with him once. He showed up to my jiu-jitsu gym, and he was late, and I was late because I was coming from work. So we just partnered up, and he had just hotboxed the car. It reeked, dude. That's all I could smell on him, and his eyes were just bloodshot. And he was fucking nasty, dude. He was so good.
He's looking at that guy in jail, and he's like, dude, that's fucking bullshit, man. Get my boy out.
It's just an all-time move.
That's crazy. What a guy.
Yeah. Well, that's UFC for you. That's your recap.
Good recap. I always appreciate your UFC recaps. You know, as a casual that tunes in to probably, I don't know, 4 fights a year. I like the sport, so I like to get these inside scoops. I appreciate your work here.
Do you have Paramount Plus?
Yeah, I do.
You should go back. You should go back and just watch that one fight, the Hogan heavyweight Curtis Blades fight.
You said best of all time, so I'll definitely go check it out.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Maybe Polymarket's still up.
Yeah, dude. That's the other thing. Like, if you already announced the winner, what are you leaving it up for?
Yeah,
like it only opens up for sketchy shit.
It's peer to peer, baby.
I know. Hey, there's sharks in the water. Watch out. We also have NBA playoffs coming up. So I have an idea. I think we should boycott this entire week, the last week of the NBA, because none of the fucking games matter. None of the players are playing, and it's a tankathon. And if you want to tell the NBA that you're tired of seeing this shit, this is what you do. Will I boycott the playoffs? Absolutely not. I love the playoffs. I'm excited for the playoffs.
Yeah, well, I'm a step ahead of you because I've boycotted the entire season. I don't think I've watched more than 10 minutes of a game. I do tune into the playoffs. I probably I wait till the play-ins are done. That's not fun to me. It's not like a play-in game for March Madness, which I will absolutely tune in for, but I'll start picking up some NBA here, so I'm excited to start watching. But that's kind of the sentiment that I've heard is just that this season there's been a lot of tanking and it's kind of been some bullshit, and I have a hard time buying in. Now it'll matter a little bit more, so I'm excited. But the other thing that I have kind of been paying attention to is Wemby, because I think we're a Wemby podcast. I know you love Wemby, but this feels like, this feels like the time for him to come out. There's finally some discourse around it. We talked about it before the season where it's like, why are there not more expectations on this guy? He's, supposedly the GOAT. He's the biggest player to ever play in the NBA in terms of like superstar and height. I think that metric he wins. Yao Ming's up there, but he's what, 3-4 inches taller than Yao Ming. So I feel like the time is now for Wemby. So I kind of want to see a generational run that we've been promised here.
They're not even trying, and they're just blowing teams out. Their bench also, that's the great part, is like when they start blowing somebody out and then they empty the benches on both sides, their bench is way better than every other bench also. So they just pull away. But I think the Spurs have had their number. Like the Spurs are the team that can beat them specifically. So I hope we get that matchup. We need to get Wemby deep in the playoffs. We have to. It's the only way to start building the legacy more and more. And yeah, overall, I think it's pretty evenly balanced outside of the Thunder. Like if you just remove the Thunder from this, it would feel like a wide open race, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Thunder, Nuggets, Wemby. That's kind of the only three things I'm paying attention to. Are LeBron and Luca both not playing? Is that the verdict? I've heard that. I just didn't know if it was confirmed.
I think LeBron's playing, but I
Okay.
don't think Luca is.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's
Unless they can get past like the first round without him.
tall task. Yeah. 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 LeBron, when do you think LeBron's gonna retire? He's a little old. What do you think? Him, KD, I feel like they
Probably
might all
next
go out at
year.
the same time. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think next year is his last year, which is unfortunate.
I know. I
It's
know. I
like
feel
part of
like
my life.
it's phasing out. It's like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Like we kind of lose those guys a little earlier because of age and just the nature of football. But I feel like that era of football has kind of officially passed. Like it's pretty close to being done. There's maybe one or two guys left that are a part of that same era. But for basketball, they've hung on a little bit longer. And I feel like we're officially entering the old age where it's like some people are not going to remember LeBron playing live, which is just crazy to me. But we're almost there.
LeBron's trying to pass Tiger Woods in seasons played at this point. Tiger's a golfer. He could still golf if he wanted to. LeBron's about
Well,
to
yeah.
pass him up.
Yeah. he's got
Yeah.
he's got to come back from Europe or wherever he's at. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it's beautiful. um, also crazy stuff, but Jokic and SGA are both rewriting history right now.
Yeah.
SGA is the first guard ever to average over 30 points, and I believe it was 55% from the field on the year. Michael Jordan was like 2% lower than him on that as being a 30-point scorer. And then Jokic becomes the first player ever to lead the NBA in rebounds and assists per game. First player ever, and he averaged another triple-double this year. So both just breaking the NBA. They've figured it out. It's
Yeah.
them two and then everybody else.
It's disgusting. Yeah. And I hope Wemby gets in that category. I hope we start seeing some just nastiness from Wemby. That's we need it. But he kind of like they've been talking about unleashing him, right? Like they've been saving him up, kind of not having him play as much, which makes sense because he's a skyscraper. They don't want to hurt his back or whatever. But like, let's unleash him. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and he's going to get hosed with the awards because he's not going to meet the minimum games required, but he's still in the top 20 for minutes played.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, yeah, they might rethink the award, honestly, based off that because they're like, he's logging more minutes. He might not be playing as many games, but when he does play, he plays a ton of minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited though. I'm excited. Let's get past this next couple weeks and then
Is
we'll
that
get
your
into the meat of it.
so are the Spurs your official pick?
No, it's OKC.
Are you gonna bet on the Spurs at all?
I haven't looked at the odds at all. What's OKC sit at? That's my question. I don't know if the Spurs have the juice. I don't know if I trust Wemby yet.
Yeah, the only problem is I feel like the Thunder, it's gonna be a price to pay. Let me look right now. All right, Thunder plus 110,
That's
and then Spurs are second at 5-1. Thunder,
might as well
Spurs,
just bet money
Celtics,
line on
Nuggets.
OKC every game. You'll make more money.
Yeah, yeah, they could do a clean sweep. But yeah, only 6 teams under 20-1.
Yeah, there's only 3 in my head that can win it, but yeah. That's coming from a guy who hasn't watched a single minute of the NBA.
That's our basketball expert, Joe. I might sprinkle on the Knicks, 18-1.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics are always live. And they got Tatum back. They'd
Yep.
be in a better position if they had Tatum the whole year. Probably get the
Yep.
1 seed.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure that out next week when we get the playoffs to start. All I know is I'm pulling for the Suns. I think the Suns can make a little run. Obviously, it's going to be a short one, but I think they can make a run.
It'd be fun.
Well, before we leave, let's hit on NFL. NFL draft coming up. I think next week will be a heavier draft episode since not a lot going on in sports overall this week. But Joe, you listen to my solo pod, I hope. The loser challenge I had to do. Thoughts, feedback. What'd you hear?
Yeah, no, it was good. Your research was great. I thought entertaining episode. You almost don't need a co-host. I was wondering if you want to just take over. I'll edit for you and clip for you. But yeah, I thought it was great. I thought I had a couple questions coming out of the draft. I know you only covered QBs, but I feel like the QBs are kind of lackluster. No, I mean it was Mendoza, and then that's kind of it. I mean, obviously we get like some other bigger names, but even like Makai Lemon coming out, like I feel like there's so many bigger picks than quarterbacks, and I know quarterbacks are the pick you got to take because it's your franchise, but Mendoza at 1, even that feels like a reach to me. No, like your preview kind of made me not too excited about quarterbacks, and I know maybe that wasn't your point, but it just feels like they're kind of okay. Like, right? There's not like a clear guy.
Yeah, that was kind of the point. Honestly, it's that way for a lot of the draft, especially I would say on the offensive side of the ball. There's not a ton of big name playmakers. I mean, running backs.
Yeah,
There's one guy. There's one guy that's really special. Wide receiver, a little deeper. I would say there's 3 really good guys. Tight end. Tight end's not bad, which honestly, we're getting to the point where tight end, it's just, there's always going to be guys. There's so many nowadays that are involved in offenses. But overall, yeah, I think you'll see offensive line and a lot of defense. That's what this draft brings. The quarterback's not great. I think Mendoza, though, I think he's got a really high floor. I think that's
yeah,
why people are intrigued by him. It's not his ceiling, but it's his floor.
yeah. That's fair. It honestly disgusts me to see Nussmeier at 3 in the ESPN mock drafts. Like I can't see it. I just it doesn't make any sense to me why he's so far up. I'd take fucking Haynes King over Nussmeier. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And there's like the receivers. I know you're not saying it's that deep, but Lemon, Tyson, Tate, and then you have Cooper out of Indiana. Cooper was unbelievable in the playoffs and late in the year. I feel like he's going to be a steal. They're projecting him at 5. I like him a lot. Concepcion from Texas A&M. Every time I watched an A&M game, that's basically all I talked about. So I feel like the receiver class is a lot deeper than people are giving it credit to. And then tight ends, like you said, like Sadiq's a absolute freak. I don't know if he'll translate immediately, but it just feels like to me there's so many other positions than quarterback where you could just make a really big difference. And I feel like for the Rams, I'm seeing Tyson's, or no, who was it? I think, was it Tyson? No, Lemon's projected to the Rams, which just it doesn't. The Rams are going to be so fucking good if they pick up Tyson and Puka doesn't, stay in rehab during the season. Like, I don't know. I feel like the first 10 picks are going to be a little bit irrelevant. And then when we get to 11, 12, 13, these guys, like, there's a lot of value late, I feel like. And it's late because of their positions they play. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading the tea leaves wrong, but I feel like you can get this draft class could make a big difference. Now they're not superstars, but I feel like there's a lot of contributors.
The wide receivers are deep. I'll give you that. There's not enough top end for me.
Right. Yep.
Like
It's like the
the
blue
best
chip.
the best wide receiver in college football is not in this draft.
Yep.
Jeremiah Smith, right? Like things like that. But overall, you're going to get a ton of starters out of this draft. There's got to
That's
be
what
people playing.
That's
Yeah.
a lot more succinct of a way of what I was trying to say. You're going to get a lot of starters, guys that are actually going to make a roster and contribute. And that's what this draft feels like to me, where it's like late first round, early second. There's going to be a lot of guys that are actually playing and making a big difference. There's not a bunch of huge stars like you're saying, but I feel like this draft has a lot of dudes that are pretty fucking good. Maybe not the face of the league, but I don't know. It just feels like the skill guys and some of these defensive players are going to be day one starters.
Yeah, definitely defense. Defense, I think there's a lot of star power. But this is also the time of year where they start digging up dirt, right? Right before the draft. And I don't know if you saw, but Reuben Bain Jr., one of my favorite defenders in this class, comes out that he killed a woman in a car accident in 2024. I believe it was the passenger even in his car.
Did not see that story.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So these things just happen to come out just 10 days before the draft. That's
yeah.
when they want to start reporting on it. The other one was like Mendoza. They were getting mad at him because somebody dug up some old comments he had on Instagram under a George Floyd post.
Yep.
So they need to get a company. Maybe we'll start the company, MoJoe, but we just go through and we just scrub your Twitter and your social media. We just go look at it all. We're like, all right, yep, you called your friend gay in high school. We're gonna take that one down. Honestly, I might not be a good guy for it. I'll be some of the stuff. I'm gonna be like, nah, that's good. Let it rip.
yeah.
And then that comes out.
Yeah, 2012, you tweeted out the Young Jeezy lyrics. It looks like we're gonna have to take that one down. Maybe we'll keep the other tweets you have up, but yeah, the Mendoza ones I saw that I feel like we haven't had quite a gas mask story in a while. That was some really good times. But the NFL, a lot of scandals right now. I mean, we got the head coach of the Patriots, and I feel like we'd be remiss to not talk about it. Diana Rossini, one of the top reporters in the NFL, NFL insider, caught in Sedona. You've probably been to Sedona, being in Arizona, man. I've been to Sedona. Sedona's a beautiful place, amazing place.
Yeah.
What do you think about that story? Coach Vrabel and Rossini maybe sneaking away to a hotel. Is this a non-story? Vrabel says business as usual. The Patriots are not paying any mind to it.
Yeah, that's the usual for him, I believe. I believe that. I mean, it's a pretty intimate place. Didn't see anybody else around. There's been a lot of weird comments coming out, clips of Rossini, which I don't know. I take all those with a grain of salt. Like that might just be her personality. But yeah, I don't know. It seemed pretty damning to me. There's just the holding hands picture, the particular location, nobody around. It's just a tough look, and it's not really getting covered too much.
No.
only on Twitter by like people like you and me, just like the boys.
I just I don't know what is what do people want done about it? That's my thing. You know what I mean? Like it's probably not great for their families. So that's there. But like what I don't think she's gonna get fired for the whole thing. I don't think he's gonna get fired for the whole thing. I don't see what comes out of this. There was no damning pictures, yes, but proven until innocent until proven guilty. Your friend, Connor, we had a lawyer on the show. We have a law backing on the show. There was nothing in those pictures that was like concrete evidence to me.
So you would be good if that was your wife. You're like, that's
I
business as usual.
I
Business as usual for my
I,
wife.
I said the families are in turmoil. I'm not saying it wasn't like, hey, what's going on here? But at the same time, like in terms of NFL operations, I don't know. I did look up Sedona hotels. Maybe we take a day trip, myself and my wife up there because it looks amazing, looks incredible, looks like a
Yeah.
romantic place. So
I
maybe
want to go
that's
to
the
that
damning
exact
part.
spot.
Yeah.
That's the
Hey,
spot I want to go
can we
take my
retake this
engagement
picture?
pictures. Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
just
don't know.
wearing all Patriots gear in my engagement pictures at that spot. I've got the full headset on. I even grow out of Rabel stash.
It's just weird. It's just weird. It's a weird story to me because there wasn't anything. Usually, I feel like with this type of stuff, there's like something, right? Like there's a picture of them kissing or like something comes out where it's like, okay, damn. But this one's kind of like a gray area and nobody really cares anymore. It feels like.
Can I give Rabes a message? I know he's listening. Vrabes, let's say hypothetically, if you were going to ruin your marriage, you could do better. Is that fair to say, Vrabes? You could do better if you're going to break up your household. That's
I
all.
just
That's my message.
what a better organization to end up in a scandal with, something like this than the Patriots. You got
But
a commander in chief that just knows the ropes. He knows the absolute ropes to make this go under the rug.
yeah, they're pros about it. They didn't even flinch. They said this is nothing compared to what we've done.
It's something about that job too. Belichick, just look what that job does to you.
It all starts at the top, Joe. It's a trickle down effect. Robert
Uh,
Kraft, Bob Kraft getting handies in that Thai massage parlor, man. That's a trickle down effect.
uh, my aunt used to live next to the people that own that massage parlor down in Florida.
Wow, those sickos.
Yeah,
They cut ties with them after that story broke.
no, just best of friends after that. It's like, hey, that was
Oh,
pretty sick.
nice. They're like, you guys hiring?
Random though, yeah, random.
You know what else was random is that there was a headline that Ted Ginn, former NFL wide receiver, former Buckeye, he got a DUI. Now,
Mm,
the importance of this DUI, I don't just bring up any DUI.
no.
He is a head coach in the UFL right now, and this was a day before they had a game. Day
Ah,
before the game, head coach DUI. Not great for the program. And I actually don't even know how it turned out. They might have won for all I know.
he coached?
No.
Okay.
I think he might have still been in the drunk tank. They had Todd Haley, he interim coach
Electric.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think
that'll
we're
send a
maybe
message to your team.
we're maybe one of the number one DUI podcasts. We cover those extensively. I feel like when those break.
Well, it was actually great. I did my research on Twitter. People saw the mugshot and they were like, is this Ted Ginn? And then people were trying to break it down. They're like, all right, he's got the same birthday as Ted Ginn. He looks a lot like Ted Ginn. His name is Theodore Ginn, and it's in Dallas where he coaches. They were like, dude, I think it's him. They were like having a debate online over his mugshot. I was like, how many fucking
Uh,
Ted Ginns are there?
yeah, these guys need some Ubers. I don't know what we got to do to sponsor some of these guys, but We need to get some more. We need to get some Waymos out there for the boys. In Texas, too, you get a Tesla.
When that happens, though, we're going to go out of business. We're going to have
Yeah.
nothing to report. Number one DUI podcast in the world.
Speaking of the world, I had one more story for you that I saw.
All right, we'll close it with
Iran.
this.
Yeah. Iran's
Where'd
hot
you
right
run?
now. I don't know if you've seen their Lego AI videos they post. Those are
Oh, yeah.
crazy, but they're all over. And their latest move, they took a shot at the U.S. They said they wanted the World Cup games moved from the U.S. to Mexico. Mexico declined. They said no, but Soccer Power Iran would like to move the games from the United States strictly to Mexico. Just fuck Canada, apparently. But yeah, that was a crazy headline that I saw. I don't know who's calling these shots, but Iran, I didn't even know they were in the World Cup, to be honest, but I feel like Trump's going to get them sanctioned. They're not going to be in the World Cup. No chance. There's no way they play in the World Cup now.
They've got a really gritty team, from what I've heard. Not the most skilled in the pool, but they will give you hell. And I think this kind of speaks a little bit about us or Iran. I'm not sure, but they saw what's going on here, and then they looked over there. They saw all the cartel stuff, and they were kind of, which one do we go? Mexico. Boom. They were like, that's destination number uno. So, yeah, I don't know what that says about us right now. But
Wild.
also, who the hell is Iran? You know, do we think that that's a good opinion? I also don't. I don't buy into that.
I know. It's like you're probably not going to get out of the play-ins. I don't know. I feel like Europe's got something to say about soccer. The U.S. probably doesn't, but I feel like there's a lot of other teams that would, have some sway to move the World Cup, and Iran is not on top of that list for me.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you ask a friend to ask the question. Like,
It's like
hey,
get France to ask,
China.
get Spain to ask.
Yeah, like one of you guys. But that didn't happen.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. World Cup will be here soon, though, Joe.
I
Get
am pumped for
ready.
that.
Start
I
watching tape.
I got a Mbappe jersey. I know we were talking about the jerseys. You get got a jersey from work. You just pick her. You could pick any jersey, any sport. They just had to be an all-star, all-pro, whatever you want to call it. I had a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey
Mm,
in the bag. Thought it was sick. The teal, home state. I flipped it. It's
wow.
going to be perfect timing. As soon as the U.S. loses, I'm U.S. first. I'm a U.S. first guy. As soon as they lose, France all the way. Mbappe. He's only 18.
He is only 18. Right up your alley. And it's a France jersey, not a PSG jersey.
France
Or
jersey, yeah.
okay,
It's the
okay.
new France kit. They're pretty sick. They got the white collar. Yeah, it's a good jersey.
All right. Well, this is the USA's year, from what I've heard.
That's what I've heard too. Yeah.
It's always the USA's year. Well, Joe, that's all I got for the show. You got anything?
No,
All
I
right.
don't think so.
Well, once again, as always, appreciate you listening. Turns out we might be doing a live show this weekend. Me and Joe, we're
Mm.
going to go do some wine tastings up in California. So watch out for that. Could be electric. Could also just be a shit show. We might get a little tipsy on the show. All right.
White whale guest potential. White whale guest potential.
Yeah. Potential. No promises made. Possibly a Super Bowl champion on the show. Stay tuned. But you'll find out very soon. And as always, we will see you next week.
Adios.